a few different hats as CFO. You know, sometimes it's referred to as chief fixing officer.
Whatever hat CFOs like Imran need to wear, Sage has tools and insights to help them knock it out of the park. Sage, business club.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and coach. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. A knuckle and a catcher walk into a ball game. Get it?
Eventually. Taste the rules.
Hold on tight. Lucky sweater time. And sports. A victory train just keeps on rolling.
There's so much to discover.
Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus.
It's a luxury experience.
There's something for the whole family. Download in Paris. With the Disney bundle.
Sorry, party's canceled. Waiting on the cable internet, guys.
First, I had cable, but those cords were mean. So we switched to T-Mobile. Oh, internet with 5G.
Get home internet on T-Mobile now. Just $50 a month.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
I show you my Ravens thing. You didn't see my Ravens thing? Oh, yeah.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Right to the air is Rodgers. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, look at this Baltimore defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
2nd and 10. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Remember, last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change, when all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Rodgers. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you come off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Beckham. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players come back for their team's first sack of the game.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got on the field. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. For it. This is White. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there is the right call.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rodgers. They're looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
A first down carry for Henry. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson steps away. Check down here for Henry. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points, because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one, so you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it, field goal time.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go right back to White here on first down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Rodgers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw caught by Flowers. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. Inside handoff, Henry. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Oh, that's supposed to be a fumble.
Not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, is being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and 5. There's Rodgers to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, this is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Now Rodgers. That is
Oh,
and he is going to have the Buccaneers first
this
down
one
as
come
they're able to
down.
get the 3rd down conversion.
That's
The Bucs going to
crazy.
go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake. Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Rodgers now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
It's all about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. run to begin the second half with White until about the 23.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On play action, now Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers.
Oh.
And it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
What the hell was that? Oh, they just gave him shit right there, boy.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
What is that?
Incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. And he's going to go down. They get Jordan back at the 40. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer
for this pass rush. What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. A good pickup there on 20 yards. And quickly they get to the line. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 14. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
Down to about the 32.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Now it's Jackson.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Tackled by the safety, Bubba Bolden. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 8.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
That will complete downfield to Kirk. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Calvin Joseph. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. First down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. We'll get about 6 yards there.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Henry again on second down.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. The try. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. To throw is Jackson.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And Jackson going to hold on to it.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On third down, Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
A 36-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On play action, Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Now third down and very long.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Beckham the return. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive
as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That one into the hands of Flowers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man, it's caught.
Nigga smash it, man. Ain't nobody even score. I'm telling you.
Touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Come on, guys. Let's make a play here. We're going to do it. We got this.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They go play action now. Jackson. And It's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Baltimore, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.